I want to talk to you today about the idea of going pro. You know, whenever you watch professional athletics or anybody that's a real pro in anything that they do, it looks so effortless and you just kind of find yourself captivated by the level of performance that people can do. Professional musicians or professional artists, professional athletes. It's really remarkable. And I want to talk about this in terms of going pro in life. There's one thing that really is true about going pro that we want to make sure we understand. And to do that, I like to break down performance, at least on an athletic level, into three basic categories. So we've got high school varsity athletics, we've got collegiate Division I athletics, and then we've got the professional level of sports. And if you look at these three levels, there are three distinct levels of performance. Now, at this bottom level, which obviously there's many levels below high school varsity, but I'm going to just start here. This is a person who obviously knows the sport. They know how to do what they need to get done. You could go watch a high school varsity baseball game, a basketball game, a tennis match. It doesn't matter. And the athletes know the game. They know the sport. They've got some decent proficiency to do what they need to get done in order to play the game. The problem is, at this level, it's easy to see visually the mistakes that they make. If you have an eye for that sport, you can actually see the mechanics and the techniques that still haven't been refined yet. And you'll begin to see a lot of errors on the field, a lot of errors and mistakes on the court. But as they get better, for those who want to move into collegiate athletics, particularly Division I, you're going to see that it's less easy to see the mistakes visually. And the reason is because of all the work they put in to refine their skills, their mechanics, and their techniques. So errors now go down. Mechanics and technique improve. They've got better skills at that point. And obviously when you go to the next level, the professional level, it's difficult to see mistakes visually. And the reason is because the level of proficiency is so high that there's a level of precision that at the professional level these athletes have achieved. And so a lot of times you can't see it with the naked eye. Sometimes you've got to slow it down through slow-mo video. You've got to break down whatever it is that they're doing, their swing, their throw, their kick, and you have to break it down into its smallest parts to see where are the errors or the inefficiencies in that particular movement. Now, why do I share all that? I share all that because the idea of going pro in anything in life, I mean going pro in your personal life. Maybe it's going pro in your fitness, going pro in your marriage, going pro in a hobby that you like to do, going pro with your money, your personal finances. All of those things are going to require a lowering or a decrease in errors that you make. Think about it for just a moment with your money. At the high school varsity level, most people manage their money relatively well. They spend less than they make. They might have 30-day emergency fund put aside. They might have a little bit of savings put aside, but there's nothing really working for them. They're just spending less than they make. They've got a pretty good budget. They might have some debt that they've got on some credit cards, maybe $3,000, $4,000 in debt on a credit card. To get to the collegiate Division I level financially now, they've got to lower their errors. They now have to reduce that debt. Their debt to income ratio now has to decrease. Now they're looking at things like not just spending less than I make, but now I've got to take more of my dollars that I have that are growing and I've got to put them in to investment vehicles to start maybe making some money. Maybe I put it in mutual funds. Maybe I put it in some ETFs or whatever it is that's going to allow my money to begin working for me. To get to the professional level, now people at that level with their money, they're really looking at making all of their dollars work for them as best as possible. They are really minimizing waste. They're maximizing where their dollars are allocated so that every dollar is growing in some way. Now they're buying real estate. Now they're looking for alternative investments. The point is they don't have a bunch of money just sitting on the side doing nothing for them. Their money is working for them. They've got little to no debt unless that debt is leveraged for something that's going to be towards some sort of an accruing asset. So this is how you go pro financially. But this is true in every area of life. So I want you to take this particular analogy here, and I want you to ask yourself the question. Take the biggest areas of your life and ask yourself, am I at the high school varsity stage? Am I at collegiate Division I level in this area of my life? Or am I a pro? Have I gone pro at my work as a salesperson, as an executive, the way I run my company, the way I run my team? Am I a pro? Am I Division I college, or am I high school varsity still? Look at your health. Where are you at? Are you a high school varsity athlete? Your health is basically good enough? Or have you really taken it more seriously now and you're watching exactly what goes into your body and how much you're working out? Or have you gone pro? Are you really making health and fitness a really significant part of your life? Decide where you want to go pro and then come up with the game plan to reduce the errors and increase the skill level. If you do that, you literally could go pro in any area of your life that you choose to, if you're willing to put the time and the effort in, and it's something that I promise you, you will never regret.